All right, guys. I think we got our first keeper. Oh, first keeper and the first keeper. You gonna let me get him again? Maybe again. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful with them. But man, this boat ain't the right. Easiest thing to work with. And these rascals fight so much. He's not the biggest one, but I think he'll make 15. I think he'll make 15. Hope he does. My new gig. If I could have got it down in him a little bit deeper, it would for sure wouldn't have came off. That all thread is pretty good. Yeah, he's almost 16. I felt like he was big enough. I sure hate that they went up to 14. Or went up from 14 to 15. I mean, but it is what it is. They know what they're doing. Sometime. I don't always think they do. But anyway, guys, we didn't really have an intro yet. But I'm out here again at night, just trying to get one of these here flatfish, and that rascal blended in so good with the bottom. And I know y'all probably didn't see him good because I barely could see him. But I'm out here to try to get some reds and some flounders both. I throwed at a red or two and they didn't take it yet. Maybe they're not feeding good tonight, or I just hadn't figured them out yet. But anyway, guys, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Them guys, eating center mass. He's a pretty good fish. I didn't want him to lose him. I mean, pretty good. He's not that big, but I know he's a keeper. I didn't talk about my new gig. After the last trip, I went home and dug around my junk pile, and I found this here. It's just a piece of stainless and some all thread, 5/16 all thread. I had this piece made a little while back, a long while back. When I say a little while, it's so far back now that I think about it. It was in that first kayak I built 20 years ago. I built a set of paddles and I put one on one side and one on the other. This single one, I couldn't find the other one. I probably used it on a gig years ago. But anyway, about a short story long, I found it, and it worked out perfect. That way I can get, you know, I put these two on and sandwich this 1x2. And anyway, that's pretty good. Now we can figure out how to get this guy off without him jumping and getting away. I'm gonna try to grab him some kind of way. These rascals go crazy. I ought to just put him in a box. I know he's big enough. Let me see if we can kind of halfway see him while he's still on here. That way y'all can see that he is well over 15. All right, well, he's not super long, but he's 15 and a half, I would say. So man, these guys, when they're 14 to 15, that makes a big difference, but he's plenty big. But anyway, I'm gonna wrestle him off here, put him in a box, and that way we can go get the next one. All right, guys, we'll see you in a bit. There we go, number 3. Oh, he barely gonna be it big enough too, I think. Oh, I tell you, they're not very big today, but I think he'll make it. I hope he makes it. I don't know, that I was kind of used to knowing what 14 looked like. Now, I know 1 inch don't sound like a lot, but it can be. Oh yeah, he's 16. So yeah. All right, guys. I know I look awkward and all, but hey, I hadn't done this before. You know, really. Just the other night was about the first. Well, just about the first trip of actual gigging off this board. I'll get better. I'll get smoother is if I do it more, but I love to eat these rascals. It's not probably not that exciting to watch, but hey, we're all learning together, so it's a learning experience. I haven't seen a lot of reds right here, so I hadn't got a chance to try to hook on to one of them yet, but we're gonna see what else we can do. Let's move on, see if we can get another one. This one right there or not. All right, bring you back in a minute. All right, fellas, that was the first red of the night. I don't know if he's a keeper, but he's pulling like one. Oh, he is. He's pulling good. Well, I know y'all couldn't see much. Y'all probably didn't even see the fish from what I saw on the video last time. When I got home and got to looking at it, I said, well, you couldn't even see the fish. I'm working on, or I've been studying on what kind of lights to get to light the area up better. And, you know, maybe, I don't, almost look like he got snagged. Maybe he didn't bite it, but I seen him run at it, guys. How is it? It just missed his mouth. But anyway, regardless, we got him, we hooked him, but I never like, I mean, I like it when they're in their mouth, not, boy, that rascal is skinny. You know, I caught one, a 19-incher last time, and he was skinny, skinny, skinny. And this rascal here is skinny and poor too, and it's not far from that area. But like I say, I saw him run at it. I mean, might just be the night time, but no, he don't look really. But he's 22 inches long. He's just, I mean, there's a good fillet there, but I mean, what I'm finding up in the marsh is a lot thicker. But I'll probably pop him in a box. This nighttime fishing is harder than daytime fishing. I've been paddling a while. But all right, guys, let's move on to the next one. We'll talk about it in a little while. Well. I had studied him a while. He was half buried up, but I think he's big enough. I think he is. I tried catching him with the lure first, and he didn't want to have no part of it. And then I got to coming in here, and I got to studying him. I said, you know, he got part of his tail buried, but I think he's going to make it. I mean, he ain't far over, but... Now if he jump out of my hand, I don't want that to happen. I'm trying to get a finger somewhere a little better. I need a stringer, that way I can string him up. Yeah, because I know how these guys can be. They can be real bouncy. Yeah, he's almost 16 inches. Yeah, I almost passed him up, but they've been a little short today. But anyway, that makes 4 flounder and 1 redfish. Pretty good little batch of fish. Even though they're not the biggest, it is fish. And flounder is, to me, primo. So I don't know. I thought he was at first undersized, and I said, well, I'm gonna try see if he'll take the lure like the, you know, but he wasn't buying it. But like I said, after I got to studying him, I said, yeah, he'll make it. Well, he is 16. You know, back in the day, just last year, 14 was big enough. So anyway, let's move on, see if we can get our last flounder and maybe another red. This is the spot the other night I didn't have my rod with me, and I saw several redfish, and we done caught one of them. Maybe we'll catch another one. All right, see you in a bit. I jumped up on the boat. Oh yeah. Oh, and he throwed it. Well, guys, what do you think of that? I don't know if y'all seen. There was 2 of them there. Just further proof that they will bite it at night as you're easing along. So all right, I think we'll just move on. I don't know if he'd have been big enough or not. He'd been real close, but all right, let's move on. All right, guys. Oh, I don't know if we'll get him or not because we got some rocks, but I'm trying to get him up above it. Oh, come on. He's a good red. He's a good one. I'm a little concerned about these rocks in my balloon. I don't know how many pointed edges are on them, but anyway, this red was hanging out there, and I know y'all can't see too good. He kind of ran away from me at first, but he didn't know what was going on, so he came back to the lights, and then he grabbed it again. And He swallowed that rascal up way down in his mouth. I don't even see it. But he's a good one. But I seen a good flounder too up on the edge of them rocks. Yeah, he was a good one. But there, well, he didn't get it that deep. I can see it, but I don't think it's through the barb. Oh, come on, get up on here. That is a nice one. So, all right, guys, proving once again we can get them under the lights. Oh, where's my glove at? I brought it somewhere in my pocket or something. Oh, quit it. But oh, all right. Just try not to. Oh, he was hooked in there pretty good. He's hooked in there good. I don't know if you guys can see anything or not. But again, this is just kind of educational. Make sure there's no boats coming, because I'm out in the main boat traffic. He's almost 25 inches, fellas. Well, was that four flounder, 2 keeper reds, all in the night with this little old headlight and the makeshift gig. We ain't done yet. I'm gonna still try to get number 5 on flounder, but I don't know if I could gig him on them hard rocks. But all right, well, let's just move on, see what else we can find. All right, guys, I thought I'd just make an outro real quick. Ran out of batteries on the water. I thought it was time to come in, so we just ended it. And but I didn't want to leave y'all hanging without an outro, so I decided, okay, well, we'll just make one here at home. But we had a good night, as you've seen, and yeah, we learned some things that the redfish will bite, definitely. We knew that from the last video, but every day is different. We just have to keep learning, and as I learn, I pass it on to you guys. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and comment. Just one word, say nice or something, you know. It helps the algorithms out, you know. It helps me get noticed on YouTube. And if you hadn't subscribed, hit that button. It's totally free, and it sure does help. And we're just going to keep after it. I'm going to keep trying to find better light systems to where it's not so dark out there. I've tried a couple of different lights, and they didn't help really. They weren't as good as my headlight. So I'm still on the hunt for the perfect light, but maybe we'll find it. So all right, guys, just want to say God bless, and we will see y'all next time.